Hi everybody, my name is David. I'm going to show you today how are you going to connect Webspace email to Gmail app. All right, and that will save a lot of your time and headache configuring your mail client. Let's get to it. Okay, so for most users of Webspace, you will get to have email service. And when you get your email service, there are a few options on how you're able to check your email, right? So the first way that you're able to use Webspace to check your email, okay, is by using web interface, all right, which I'm going to show you later. And number two is by running it off your mail client. Now, so if you are familiar with Microsoft, you will be familiar with Microsoft Outlook. Okay, so take for example, Microsoft Outlook. And if you are using other mail client, you might be familiar with Thunderbird and so forth. All right. Okay, but I'm going to share with you a third way that you're able to use to check your email. Okay, is by using Gmail app. Okay, and this Gmail app is already available in your mobile phone and also your web interface within Google Chrome. So let's take a look how it works. Okay, so now you see after you have subscribed to Webspace, you will be able to configure email address. And I'm not going through how to configure email address. Okay, but in this demo, I'm going to show you how you're able to connect your webmail, okay, to a Gmail account. All right. Okay, so first of all, log into your webmail. All right, and in this case, I'm going into webmail.buysellrent.sg, and that is my email address. Okay, enter your username. Okay, where in this case, my username is actually getaproperty@buysellrent.sg, and the password then, which I have already pre-saved. Okay, and log in. So once you log in over here, right, you will see that there are a few options that you can set up your email on your device. You can set up on your Apple, right, or Android. Okay, but today I'm going to show you how you are able to log in and use Gmail to check your email. Okay, and of course, earlier on, I mentioned that you are able to use web interface to check email, and which is Roundcube, where Webspace is offering. Okay, so you can actually click on Roundcube, right? And there you can see all the recommended settings over here, okay, which is also for your mail client. But in fact, you can straight away use this interface to send email. All right, so let's get back to the webmail home over here. And we would like to configure, right, our Gmail so that it is able to check emails from the webmail. Okay, and remember the email address that I'm using right now is actually getaproperty@buysellrent.sg. All right. Now, okay, let's go to let's find out what are the configuration available and needed, okay, in order for a mail client to work. All right. Okay, so we're going to click on the bottom left side, right? There is this other webmail feature, okay, as you can see, and then click on configure webmail client. Okay, after you click on configure webmail client, right? We're not going to configure into iOS. We're not going to configure into Windows Mail. Okay, but we're going to configure into Google. Okay, which we will then need to use mail client manual settings. All right, and then you can see that these are the settings that are available. Okay, so let's go to Gmail then. Now, this is the Gmail interface. Okay, of course, you need to log in to gmail.com. Okay, or if you are using Google Workspace, you can also do the same thing. All right, if you want to use Google Workspace, okay, we do provide that service as well. Okay, so for that, please contact our customer service and they'll be able to advise you. Okay, now let's see how we're able to integrate that webmail, okay, into Google Mail app over here. Okay, let's click on the top cog button over here and click on See All Settings. Okay, now once you are in See All Settings, click on Accounts and Import. Okay, and over here, what we're going to do is we're going to set up IMAP. Okay, so you can choose actually IMAP or POP3. Okay, how about this? We're going to try POP3 instead. Okay, because in your Webspace email address account, right, it has got limited disk space usually. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to make use of Gmail to extend that disk space, okay, so that we can have more disk stored or more emails stored in Gmail itself. All right, okay, so as you can see over here, okay, what we want to do is we're going to add an email account, and this is for checking POP3 mail, okay, which is the incoming mail, and this is actually sending out, okay, which is the SMTP. Okay, so these are the two parts that we will want to configure. Okay, so the first thing that we want to configure is actually check mail from other account, and click on add a mail account. And once you have reached here, enter the username, okay, and which in this case is get a property at buysellrent.sg. Then click on next. This option is not available, right? So this is the only option, which is POP3. So let's click on next. Okay, so now we're going to add set up the POP3 account, right, in Gmail. Okay, so same thing. The username is going to be an email address, and then the password, which is the password that we have set up. Okay, so for this part, okay, we have to double check exactly what it is. Okay, so let's go back to the webmail, and we're going to see the incoming mail server, okay, which is mail.buysellrent.sg. And then we're going to go back to the window. Okay, and where's the window? Okay, that small little window over here. Yes. Oops. All right. Okay, so this something that we have to figure out, right? Make sure that the small window is out. Okay, so you can see that, hey, this is the right setting. Okay, we just move the windows around and make sure okay is correct. Okay, and then you can see that for POP3, okay, because we are configuring POP3, it is actually 995. So we will change to 995 over here. And we have the option to see if we want to retrieve and leave the message in the Webspace mail server itself. Okay, but in this case, for the mail server, we're not going to leave it inside because we want to have all the email be inside the server itself. Okay, downloaded to Gmail itself, right? And the next option is always use secure, right? Okay, so this is needed. Okay, let's click on this. And then label incoming messages. Okay, so for this option, right, what happened is over in Gmail, there is this label over here on the left side. Okay, if we enable that feature, all the get a property at buysellrent.sg emails will be within that folder. Okay, which makes it easier for you to check your emails, right? Okay, so let's enable that as well. Okay, because you know, in this kind of a setup, right, you have actually more than one email inside Gmail itself, right? So we have to make sure that everything is nicely done, right? Okay, and then the next one, archive incoming mail messages. Okay, so we're not going to archive the email. Okay, if we archive, then we will not be able to see the actual email that are coming in, right? Okay, so now let's click on next. Once I click next, you'll see that there's already one account here that is that Gmail will check on your behalf. If you would like to confirm, you can click on check mail now, and now it is actually checking email. Now we have already set up email, okay, to be received from get a property. I can see it's over here. Okay, you can see that actually this is the email that was inside Webmail itself. All right. Okay, so what do you need to do if you want to send an email? Okay, if you want to send an email, we have to go back to the cog over here. All right, and click on see all settings. And same thing, go to accounts and import, right? And then over here, send mail as. Okay, so it says that use Gmail to send from your other email addresses. Okay, so the other email address is actually get a property at buysellrent.sg. So let's click on this. All right, now, okay, so over here, it is actually setting up a SMTP server. All right, okay, so the name for this is get a property. Okay, so this is the name that I'm going to set it. And then the email address, okay, should be get a property at buysellrent.sg. So we're going to copy and paste over here. Now this one, this checkbox over here, treat as an alias. It means when you send out an email, it will treat this email address as an alias. Okay, but which we do not want. Okay, we want to have multiple email within Gmail itself, right? Okay, so I'm going to uncheck and then click on next. Okay, so the next setup is the SMTP server. As you can see that there are already settings set up as default now. So but we have to double check. Okay, same thing, go back to the webmail. Okay, which is over here. And you can see this is the outgoing, okay, which is actually mail.buysellrent.sg. Okay, so this default setting is inaccurate. So we're going to change this, right, to the default over here. Okay, what's important? The next thing is the port. Okay, SMTP port 465. All right, so we're going to use 465 as well over here. Okay, and the username, okay, which is actually the email address, right? So we're going to use the email address as the username. And then the password, okay, which is the same email password that you have set up as well. Okay, so now the next thing is whether we want to use SSL or TLS. Now, because it says that it's recommended SSL, we will try this first and then click Add. Okay, so this is an option whether if you want to save the password. In this case, I will not save the password. Okay, and it says, congratulations, we have successfully located your other server, verify your credential. Just one more step. An email confirmation link will be sent to get a property at buysellrent.sg. Now, this is where you will then need to go to Webmail, okay, which we will be able to get into it through Roundcube over here. All right, so now you can see that there is an email here, okay, which is the Gmail confirmation that you can find from Roundcube. Okay, so simply click on this link, okay, that is being sent to you. Okay, so you notice that this email is now here over here at Webmail. Okay, but you can also import it into Gmail, okay, by going back to the cog over here, okay, settings, and accounts, and check email. All right, over here, so check an email, right? So once you click on it, it will actually download, okay, from over here, right? Now you can see now it's gone. Why? It's because it's already downloaded into the Gmail account over here, right? Okay, so you can see that there's a label over here. You click label, say, so all this email will be from get a property at buysellrent.sg. Now, okay, so you can either click on the link earlier when it is in Webmail, or after you download it, click on this email and click on the confirmation. And you will get into this page. Okay, the next thing is to click confirm. Okay, so now the confirmation is successful. Let's get back to the settings at Gmail to take a look. Okay, so click on the top right-hand corner again, and then go to accounts and import. And now you can see that, okay, there is actually an email address over here that you can use to send out email. Okay, and it says that it's secure connection port 465 and using SSL. Voila. All right. Okay. And of course, okay, instead, if let's say you are using this email address to send out very often, you can make it as default. Okay. And you can see over here when replying a message, okay, reply from the same address the message was sent to. Or always reply from default address. Okay, so what happened is I would like to reply from the where the message is being received, right? So I'll click on this, okay, and the reference will be saved. Now, here we go. That's it. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, go to inbox. Okay, now, so what will happen if you want to send an email? Okay, so same thing, go to compose. Okay, over on the top, now you have two options. All right, when you send an email, you can either choose to send from buysellrent.sg or by Gmail directly. Okay, so now if I want to send an email from buysellrent, okay, I will then use this case to send an email. Okay, and now I want to send to contact readyspace.academy. Okay, and I would like to congratulate on setting up an email account in Gmail. Hi, thank you. Now I'm able to send an email from Gmail using my own domain name. And you can click send. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this video and it will help you improve your work productivity. I see you in the next video.